Hey, how's it going again? My name is Vashalas, and it looks like GGG dropped another round of teasers. This time it's going to be the Wildspeaker for the Ranger, the Blind Prophet for the Shadow, the Aristocrat for the Duelist, and then the Puppeteer for the Templar. So let's go ahead and get started with that Wildspeaker. The Wildspeaker worships the First Ones, a set of animalistic avatars from Inzamite legend. Choose between the aspect of Farul, first of the plains, or Sakawal, first of the sky. Her love for the animals of the forest grants her several abilities that aid her allies in battle. I've got a hair stuck in my mouth. So, Farul and aspect of the avian, I guess, is like the... Does that mean his aspect of the cat? Yep, there it is. Flash of the teeth. Grants level 30 aspect of the cat. Aspect of the cat has no reservation. Yes! Yes! They're doing exactly what I said they should do. Log in, dude. If your Ascendancy node is giving you an aura, that aura better cost no reservation unless you're the paladin. Then it's like, okay, hey, calm down there. Hell yeah! Feathered scales and flash of teeth. I love to see that both of those have no reservation. Log in. Primal instinct. 15% to amount of suppressed spell damage prevented. 100% chance to suppress spell damage? What the hell? Holy. Okay, there's a reason to take that Ascendancy. What the hell? Fearful symmetry. Gain up to your maximum number of frenzy and power charges when you gain Cat's stealth. +1 to max frenzy and power charges. Very nice. Great Wolf's Call. You and nearby party members share power, frenzy, and endurance charges with each other. You and nearby allies have Tailwind. Yeah, this Ascendancy is shaping up to be something really nice as well. Boon of the First Ones. On killing a rare monster, gain one of its modifiers for 20 seconds. Nearby enemies killed by anyone count as being killed by you instead. Wow. This is just a fun one. I think this one is just going to solve a lot of problems straight up with that spell suppression, primal instinct, and then it's kind of like a smorgasbord of like, what do you want to do? Pack mentality. Trigger level 20 summon spectral wolf on critical strike. Okay, so you don't have to have the claw. I forget what the claw is called, but it is a much lower chance to summon the wolf. I think it's like 25% chance to summon the wolf or something. Could be wrong. I haven't played Dogmancer in a while. Above the clouds, 200% increase aspect of the avian buffs effect. Aspect of the avian also grants avian's might and avian's flight to nearby allies. Scourge of the Wilds, minions deal 1% increased damage per 5 dexterity. Increases and reductions to minion damage also affect you at 150% of their value. Huh. This is a really interesting one. I love Wildspeaker. The 100% spell suppression alone, I think, is pretty cool. And then to see that they are making it so that the aspects granted by the Ascendancy nodes have no reservation. I hope that they give Servant of Akali the same treatment with aspect of the Spider. It certainly deserves it. Now let's move on to the other options. Or sorry, the new teasers. For the Shadow, it will be the Blind Prophet. Little is known about the Prophet worships, about who the Prophet worships, but it is suspected to be a subterranean evil. Blind from a young age, the Prophet has heightened their other senses through years of training, gaining prowess in projectile attacks, stealth, and inflicting curses. Stealth? Go on. The Lightless. 5% increased maximum life and mana per Abyss Jewel affecting you. That's a lot of additional maximum life. You can get a whole heck of a lot of Abyssal Jewels. Triggered level 30 Shade Form when hit. 30% increased skill effect duration. Okay. It's like a defensive wing of this Ascendancy. Directionless. Projectiles have 50% chance to return to you. Projectiles are fired in random directions. So that's a Nemus as an Ascendancy point. Holy cow. Sightless. Base critical strike chance for attacks with weapon is 12%. You are blind. 12% is a massive starting point for just about anything in the game when it comes to critical strike chance. Skills fire 2 additional projectiles. I love that they're actually giving multiple Ascendancies additional projectiles so that you're not completely like bound to one or the other. I think it was the Herald. I can't remember which one it was exactly that gives you +2 to spell skills projectiles. But this one's much more universal, so definitely an option to consider there. Restless. Enemies near corpses affected by your curses are blinded. Enemies killed near corpses affected by your curses explode, dealing 5% of their life as physical damage. That's a lot of qualifiers right there. It's like, has to be a near curse and cursed by, or sorry, near corpse and cursed by you. I don't know if many people are going to be choosing Restless, but the rest of this Ascendancy looks absolutely fantastic. 50% chance to gain Elusive on critical strike. Elusive is removed when you are at 50% effect. I mean, you're still basically going to have permanent Elusive. Faithless. Your curse limit is equal to your maximum power charges. So you don't have to equip the ring. Anathema, I think is what it's called. So this one doesn't excite me as much as some of the others, but hey, that 12% base critical strike chance is nothing to sleep on. 2 additional projectiles. The built-in Nemus, I mean, okay, hold on, what am I saying? The built-in Nemus, this is absolutely an exciting Ascendancy. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Directionless alone is a reason to play this. So, that being said, that's the Blind Prophet. Let's move on to the Aristocrat for the Duelist. Born with a silver spoon in their mouth, the Aristocrat had access to the finest education in Oriath, maybe the first education as well. Starting one step ahead in life grants the Aristocrat more passive skill points than any other class. More passive skill points? What does it mean? +1 to level of all skill gems, family heirlooms. I don't know if many people are going to be taking that, but what's behind it? Gem-lined cap, +3 to level of all non-exceptional support gems. +15% to quality of all skill gems. So they're going for like a Gemling Legionnaire, as if it were in PoE 1. I'm here for it. Hell yeah. Grants 1 passive skill point. I see, so the small nodes are going to give you a passive skill point. Very, very enticing. I mean, how many times have you been playing a build where you're just like, gosh, if I had 1 more passive point? But this is going to be giving you 4 additional passive points bare minimum. And then Inherited Fortune grants 5 passive skill points. Okay, you're getting a lot of passive points with this thing. Dreadful Attitude. Items and gems have 25% reduced attribute requirements, 5% increased damage per 5 of your lowest attribute. Built-in Mastery, and then you can equip whatever you want basically with that reduced attribute requirement, just straight off the top, built in as an Ascendancy point. But it looks like, hold on, the shape of the Ascendancy is going to dictate what you end up doing a little bit. So you have to take the Inherited Fortune. Have to. So your first Ascendancy node is no doubt going to be Inherited Fortune. You'll have 6 additional passive points to play around with. And then you have to decide wisely where your other 3 are going to be spent. Private Tuition. Cannot be shocked if intelligence is higher than strength. 30% increased intelligence. Wow. Holy crap. Try Attribute Stacker is what comes to mind for me. 30% increased attributes just across the board. Holy cow. This is the attribute stacking Ascendancy for sure. Items and gems. Yeah, we already read that one. I mean, wow. Dreadful Attitude has some serious competition with all of the percentage increased attributes. And then I really don't know if Family Heirlooms has enough plus the level of all skill gems in order to. I mean, it's on the way, right? Like, if you're interested in Gemline Cap or Centerpiece, you have to pick up Family Heirlooms. So that'll be probably closer in line for somebody who's interested in stacking only intelligence or only dexterity or only strength. But if you're interested in being a tri-attribute stacker, there's There's no hope for you. You're picking up all 3 of those. Moving on. Close it. And then we have the Templar's Puppeteer. This Templar has desecrated the Holy Order by experimenting with undead in his secret laboratory. His aim is reanimation, to command an army of flesh puppets to undertake his foul bidding. Okay. Minion build. Number 2, Marination. Gain 20% of maximum life as extra maximum energy shield. Minions gain 20% of maximum life as extra maximum energy shield. Excuse me, I'm a little sleepy. Feeding Frenzy. Minions' base attack critical strike chance is equal to the critical strike chance of your main hand weapon. It's another built-in unique item as an Ascendancy point. You love to see it. Minions are aggressive. You love to see it. Yes, so many minion types need to be aggressive, and yet just aren't. I'm sure there's a lot of minion enjoyers out there that are extremely happy to see Feeding Frenzy as an Ascendancy node. Rotting Might. Half of your strength is added to your minions. Wow! 25% increased strength. Strength stacking zombies is what I am hearing from Rotting Might. Yep. Rotting Might and Feeding Frenzy, if you're a zombie enjoyer and you've played strength stacking zombies and haven't felt like it's quite the same ever since, like, I don't know, what, Metamorph League? Here's your bat signal, right? Like, it's up in the clouds. Get ready. Time to enjoy it. Graveyard Shift. For each nearby corpse, 1% increased movement speed. Raise Zombie does not require a corpse. Your raised zombies count as corpses. Okay, a little bit of minion instability action. Flesh Puppets. +4 to level of all raise zombie gems. 25% increased raise zombie size. They have gone all out for the zombies here on this Ascendancy. Hell yeah. Putrid Construction. I don't know if I read that one already. Your minions spread caustic ground on death, dealing 30% of their maximum life as chaos damage per second. Yeah, minion instability built in, I think. Pretty sure that's from the unique belt that minion instability builds are fond of. Marionettes. Weapons you animate create an additional copy. Animated Guardian deals 25% increased damage per animated weapon. Excuse me, another yawn. Animated Minions melee attacks deal splash damage to surrounding targets. Defenses of items attached to Animated Guardian also apply to animated weapons. Wow! Those are going to be some tanky animated weapons. So, Marionettes is just animate weapon in a nutshell. Doesn't have the built-in chains of command, but that's a pretty big reason to play Chains of Command right there. Hexbearer. You can apply an additional curse. Hexes transfer to all enemies within 3 meters when the hexed enemy dies. Nearby enemy monsters have at least 20% of life reserved. That's Enervating Presence. I'm not really sure what I think of that one. I mean, it's basically lopping off an entire 20% of the monster's life, as long as you're nearby them. But I don't really think many people are going to be choosing that one, if you ask me. But that's not to say that is not an exciting Ascendancy. That is certainly a minion enjoyer's paradise right there. And I can't wait to see what some people come up with. I don't think I'm going to be a strength zombie enjoyer this time around. I'm still super excited for the Architect of Chaos as well as the Surfcaster. I'm pretty sure Surfcaster is going to be my first choice. I'm leveling a mock-up, right, like a theory-crafted Surfcaster right now. I may post a POB video at some point, but it's not really anything super serious right now. So thanks for tuning in. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I hit the wrong key there, so the scene didn't show up, but whatever. This is the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Peace out.